What is up, guys? How is it going today? My name is Syratube, as most of you already know, but welcome to our weekly, well, it's kind of like we do it multiple times a week, but just our live stream here, flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So happy that you could join us today. Leave a like if you do enjoy it, and of course, we're going to be getting into some money making tips here in a minute and strategies to make you rich. But I must say, first of all, we have a new soundtrack on the stream, so we have a whole new playlist going in the background. I hope you guys enjoy it. I put it together myself, and it's really excellent. So let me know what you think in the live chat as you guys come in here. But anyway, we're going to be flipping with 370 mil today. Been making a lot of money this week with my flips. Just the margins have been very nice for me. So we're going to see if we can capitalize on that today. We're going to stick to more high quantity flips though, as on stream recently, the high margin flips have not been working out as well. Jordy says, when did you start getting ads on the streams? And Pumpkin Race says hi. I don't know, Jordy. I've always had them enabled, so I'm surprised that just now they're coming through. And Jordy and Pumpkin, if you could let me know as well how the audio levels are, that would be very helpful, especially the background music, because we are using a new audio program in the back and a new soundtrack. So I would like you guys to maybe give me a little bit of feedback on that. But anyway, we're going to get into it today, guys, starting with the Diamond Dragon Bolts E. Now, this is such a standard flip for me at this point. I basically flip it every time, every flipping session that I have, because it is just such a great item to get in and get out of the way. Going to be a great margin on those today. Looks like we're going to get about 20 GP on those each, which is fantastic. So we're definitely going to go in on that. Followed by the Amulets of Fury. You guys know the Amulets of Fury, my bread and butter flip. Super happy to get this in here. Let's see the margin on it today. And Dustin Carr says, glad to see the stream is working again. Dustin, oh my god, don't even get me started on that. Man, yesterday I was so frustrated. By the way, margin on the Amulets of Fury is about 6k. We're just going to do it for the stream just to show you guys how quick and good of an item it is. But Dustin, oh my gosh, I was so frustrated with that. I was looking forward to bringing you guys a stream all week, and then that of course happens. Luckily, the weather today is a little bit better in my area, and we're going to be able to hopefully not have any big technical issues. So let me know, of course, if we do have any tech issues, and we're going to keep going here. Pumpkin Race says the audio is fine, and Jordy says sounds good as well. Brendan Forrester says, man, finally here. Good to see you, Brendan. Thank you for tuning in, staying up, and getting in on this stream. Let's keep the profits going, guys. We are going to check the Amulets of Torture now. I said we weren't going to do any big margin items, but this is kind of like a pretty easy item to flip, I would say, even though it tends to be a higher margin. I would say for the Amulets of Torture, anything over 25k is honestly worth it. So go ahead and flip a few of these. I would even flip it for probably 20k as well. Now that's going to cost about 107 mil to flip the limit of that, so we're going to let that sit for a minute. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to focus on some more high quantity flips today. So we're actually going to try the Cactus Spine, which is sort of a new one to you guys. I showcased it a while back, maybe 30-40 streams ago, if I remember correctly, and it's a really good item to flip. It does take a while, but the limit is very high and the margins are quite good as well. So hopefully you guys can pick up on that tip there. The Cactus Spine is quite a good flip. It costs about 15 mil to hit the limit on those, so take a look at that. Dustin Carr says, have you flipped any Dagon High pieces? I think is it Dragon High or Dagon High? I'm actually not sure, but yes, I have flipped them. I tried to flip the top and the bottom, and I had success with both, but I was not able to hit limit on both of them. So I did end up profiting about 80k on, I think, the roams, and a little bit less on the top piece. But I haven't flipped it since, and that was maybe about a week ago. So anyway, we're going to keep moving here. We're going to do the Dragon Pickaxe. Now, I said I wasn't going to focus on higher margins, but I actually consider Dragon Pickaxes to be a high quantity item, believe it or not, even though the margins tend to be over a K each. And looks like we're going to get 7k per Dragon Pickaxe here, which, don't get me wrong, is not amazing, but I'm pretty confident that we can go in and flip 10. Okay, well, we're going to flip 11 here by accident. I put 11 in there. Again, here we go. Finished up the Amulets of Fury. Look how fast those came in, guys. Going to turn around and sell those for 2,053,000. and that should sell pretty quickly. We'll keep an eye on it. If we can't sell any here right off the bat, then we'll maybe need to lower our price. We'll keep a close eye on that. I know Amulets of Fury, just from experience, buy and sell very fast, so we want to make sure we're listing at an accurate margin. So if it doesn't buy and sell fast, we know that something is wrong. Anyway, Pumpkin Race. I keep wanting to say Pumpkin Face because that actually used to be your name. Can you guys still hear the music in the background? I feel like this song might be a little quiet, but just let me know. And we're going to keep going here. Any of these high volume items within your budget will be good for 13 mil. Ice-T coming in saying hey as well. What's up, Ice-T? Hopefully you enjoy the new soundtrack. And of course, guys, thank you for tuning in. Leave a like if you are enjoying. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, be sure to let me know in the live chat. I'd love to help you out. Also, if I'm not live and I'm not online, check our Discord, link in the description below. It's an amazing resource to flip in old school RuneScape. And we're working on updating the flipping list in there, which is a free public list that has a ton of items that you can use and abuse to make bank in old school RuneScape. Now, let's keep going here. We still have 147 mil to work with, so we're going to check out the Sharks and the Mana Rays next, because the thing is, like, these went up really high in price, and I kind of want to see what the prices are looking like these days, see if we can get a good margin on it. Brendan Forrester says, what world are you in? Always in World 321, so come check me out if you're interested, and just come say hi in game. We'd love to have you here on stream physically. So we're going to go ahead and list the limit of these Sharks. Looks like we're going to get 10 GP each, although they are on the higher side of a margin, so we need to be a little careful. Oh yeah, remember how I said I had something for you, your first stream after Tuesday? Yes, Jordy, I would love to know what it is, because I'm actually very interested. Please call me Pumpkin Face. This is an alternate account. Okay, I'll keep it up. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do Manta Rays next. And we will have a lot of capital left over. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do next. Whoa, we have a new member coming in. Jordy coming in with the membership. Oh my goodness. Our second member here on the channel. Thank you so much, Jordy. I really, really appreciate it, man. It seriously, it means the world to me. And wow, I'm kind of like shocked by that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and everything I do here. I promise we're going to be more consistent with the RuneScape content. And with that membership, I think it is time to release the new series that I will be producing and releasing, hopefully an episode this weekend. If not, definitely next week. And this will be on top of the live stream, so don't worry, the streams are always going to be here. The first member was Ezio. And I don't know where he has run off to. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's still a member, so shout out to you, man. But, oh my goodness, Mana Rays at a really high margin. I'll try not to get too off track from the flipping here today, so everyone can get their tips in and basically capitalize on it. Jordy said had to cancel a while back because no income, but I'm shocked we get a reward off this one. Yes, of course. And I was gonna make more like membership perks, but I haven't got around to it yet. We've got a lot of stuff kind of building up around the channel here and the Minecraft server. If you guys are interested, Discord, link in the description below for the Minecraft server. Great place to connect with our community and just, you know, waste some time outside of RuneScape. But I do want to announce my new series here on YouTube that I'm going to be starting for old school RuneScape, and that is a series I'm going to call Climb to the 1%. And if it's not going to be called Climb to the 1%, it's going to be called, I think we were going to go with Road to Billions. If it's not, it's going to be one of those. And basically what the series is going to be is we'll still do the flipping with Syratube sometimes, so don't worry about that. But on top of the series is basically going to be all the clips taken throughout the week that I've had to make money. So all my excellent flips, all my tips that I've used to make money during the week, you know, Vorkath, whatever I feel like doing in-game to make me some profits. And basically I'm going to compile those together and just kind of release a whole week's worth of flipping content and, you know, money-making content for old school RuneScape. So you guys can literally see everything I'm doing to make all my cash. And that also means I'll be playing the game more seriously and actually progressing, maybe progressing my account. So, you guys know how it is when it comes to progress for me. Maybe not the most consistent, but we're gonna go ahead and check the cactus spine. Oh, let me know in the live chat how you guys feel about that. Do you guys like that series idea? Do you think it'll be good? Is it going to be boring? Let me know. Definitely want to hear your feedback. Should I not do it at all, honestly? Definitely want to hear your feedback on that. So let me know, and we're going to keep going here, try to flip some more Cactus Spine. We're going to let the Amulet of Torture sit for a little bit longer, and then we might cut back on it, so... Casey Andrews says, hey Syrah, good to see you, Casey. Thanks for tuning in today. And Gravid, I saw you come in, but I forgot to say what's up. So good to see you as well, Gravid. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I don't know why the delay on my stream has been so high lately. It seems like before I was able to communicate with you guys a little bit faster, but it seems there is a bigger delay on now. So I'll have to look into that. But anyway, we've got 136 mil to work with, so let's go ahead and get some things rolling. We can do the, let me see, I'm trying to think of like an expensive like ammunition type, so maybe you guys can help me out with that. But in the meantime, we'll just do dragon darts, because it's going to cost us about 26-ish mil to flip the limit on those. So it should be a good use of our capital here, and we tend to get good margins on those as well. So let's go ahead and, oh my, I don't think this is going to stay, but if this stays, we're going to be making some serious bank here. 27.1 mil to go in on those dragon darts. Ooh, I'm excited for those. Like I said before, I've been hitting really good margins all week, so it's going to be interesting to see how much we can get rolling here on today's stream. But let's go ahead and use that 109 mil. Dylan Peterson, thank you for tuning in today. He says, hello, Syrah. How are you? Doing quite well, thank you. And we're going to keep getting into the flips here. Dragonstone E was good. The darts, I'm assuming. Dragonstone E. We could try doing something else, but we'll take a look at these and see if we can get a good margin on them as well. Although, like I said, or like I've said, I guess, multiple times, I don't like flipping two items of like the same type, so these are just different variants of each other, but we're gonna try and flip it anyway and see if we can get some profits on it. Takes us about 9 mil to flip the limit on those. We still have 100 mil sitting here, so I'm not sure that the sharks are going to be the best use then. We're going to cut back on those and sell them for 1,030, and then we might maintenance those dragon pickaxes as well and try to move those into something else. And not dragon adamant ones. Ooh, well, we might actually try the dragon ones because the margin did look pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and try them. Now, we weren't able to get any of the dragon picks, so we're going to cut back on that. Now, we do have 183 mil. Whew, I guess we can try doing a high margin item. Now, that's going to be the Bandos chestplate first. And we'll see if we can get this rolling here. And looks like the Amulets of Torture are all buying up as well, so we should be able to turn around and sell those within the next minute or so. The margin on the Bandos chestplates looks like it's about 35-40k if I saw it correctly. So we're going to go in and try to get the limit of them, which will be 7. It's going to cost us a 131.2 mil, and those Amulets of Torture finished and the Shark sold. So we're going to turn around and sell these Amulets of Torture for, let's take a look here, 15,398 is what we'll do. 15,398. List that, let it do its thing. Should sell relatively fast if I had to guess. Although some of those last 3 Amulets of Torture came in pretty quickly in like succession, so there might be a little bit of downward price movement. We'll have to keep a close eye on the sell price here, but not too worried about it right now. Anglerfish have a big margin if you want more expensive. Let's take a look at it. Don't flip anglerfish too often. Reason being is I don't typically find they're a great flip. They do take a while to buy and sell, and I don't know why that is because they're a pretty popular PBM item. So we're gonna go ahead and list the limit of them. Looks like it's about an 11 GP margin, 18 mil going in there. Still got 33 mil sitting in the stack, so we're gonna see if we can get that moved onto something else here in the next minute or so. It looks like we bought about half the anglerfish right off the bat, so we're gonna try to flip it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. If you like what's going on here and you love this flipping content and you want to use it to make money in old school RuneScape, join us in our Discord group, link in the description below. It's all about talking flipping strategies, and we encourage people to post screenshots of their own flips in there, so you can participate in that too. Just take a look at all the channels on the side. We'd love to have you participate in that. you gotta do some blood runes. I feel like we have to. We're always gonna do blood runes, you know? It's just such like a staple item for us on stream to do blood runes. We never forget to do it. So, yeah, we'll do the blood runes here in a minute. Some expensive items, some expensive high volume items, excuse me, says Jordy. He says air orbs, battle staffs, anglerfish, monkfish, renar, torstal, magic logs. Need any more? I don't think monkfish are that expensive. But anyway, that's good. Thank you, Jordy. That was actually a really nice list there. I keep forgetting about the grimy renar. That's actually a really good flip. We'll have to do that here in a minute. I don't like how slow these amulets of torture are selling, so we're gonna knock it down to 15,395. We're doing 394 and try to get them off. I didn't like the speed that was going there. Now, it looks like the Dragon Dart margin probably moved as well. So we're going to stay really active today and keep competitive on our margins. It's not going to look as good in the end when we go to the history and check all those big flips, but it's going to make us profit. So, you know, who really cares? Looks like the Dragon Dart has gone up a lot. What the heck? Wow. Okay, so the margin completely collapsed once I tried to get in on it. Not a big deal, just because we didn't buy any, so it doesn't really hurt us too much. And looks like these Diamond Dragon Bolts E are struggling a little bit. Remember that we were at 4,909. Okay, we bought more as we were looking at it. It got a little scared and decided to buy up, so that's fine. We'll leave the Bandos chest plates to do their thing. Sometimes the margin takes a minute to settle on those, and the amulets of torture we need to keep in mind. Now, grimy renar weed is going to be the next flip. These, I would say about last kind of streaming spout I had, maybe a couple months back, 3-4 months maybe. The grimy renar weed was absolutely nuts. We were making really good returns on the grimy renar weed, so I'm interested to see if we can make similar returns. And considering the margin right now, it does look like that might be the case. We're gonna go ahead and list the limit if we can. Okay, we cannot. We'll do 8K at a time here. Can't even do 8K. We'll do 7,500. And yes, we'll let that sit for a minute here. We'll go in and flip the rest of it if we can, but we'll let that go for a minute. Pumpkin Face, excuse me, says, give the stream and more likes. There's only 3 people over that like, or 3 people, 3 people that have liked the stream. Okay, sorry, Pumpkin Race, your sentence threw me off a little bit, but definitely, guys, leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. Really does help my channel and my content out a lot. I know you guys, you don't want to like the video because you want all the secrets to yourself. Don't worry, I get that. But of course, these tips can be used for anyone. Different cash stacks will, you know, require different flips to make the most. So, of course, let me know what you guys think about, you know, my flips right now. Do you guys think I'm doing, you know, some really profitable flips? Have you guys flipped these items before? Definitely curious to know. Let me know how much money you're working with, and if you're looking for any more tips on flipping or any items to flip with that cash, because that's why I'm here. I love helping you guys out, love teaching you guys how to flip. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I could definitely help you out. Bandos chest plates still struggling a little bit. We're going to go ahead and knock that up. We're going to see what we can do with that. Now, it's always tougher to flip on stream because sometimes people will watch the stream and overcut and things like that, but there's not really a lot we can do about that. I mean, I got to showcase the tips to you guys, so I would assume that eventually one day we'll get so big that we're never going to be able to flip because so many people are going to be latching onto those margins. But for now, it's all good. 13 viewers in here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's not the most convenient time for a lot of you, so I appreciate those who've stayed up late if that was, you know, their situation, or that have just tuned in after work and stuff like that. Jordy says, what do you consider to be high quantity? Would the 70 limit fall under this? How about 200? Well, it really, I know I always say this, but it depends, right? So I would consider the Necklace of Anguish, which has a limit of 70, a high margin flip. Now, I would consider a high quantity flip to typically be something that, something that is more of like a resource in game. First of all, is a good classification for it. So, for example, a grimy renar weed or a Diamond Dragon Bolts E, those are like consumables, right? You put them into a potion, you drink the potion, or you use them as ammunition against monsters. So typically, high quantity flips are kind of a consumable item, but not always. So that is like kind of one requirement there. That's like, that can help you rule it out in general. But on top of that, any item that has a high trade limit of, you know, I would say anything over 7k trade limit is definitely high quantity. I would say 200 is not really a high quantity flip. For example, seeds have a limit of 200, most of them. So I would consider that to be maybe a, I wouldn't say it's a high margin flip or a high quantity flip. I would just say it's a little bit of both. I don't know. I've never been asked that question, so I'm a little bit torn on how to answer that. Cactus margin change, by the way. Thank you. We're going to take a look at that then. All of these Diamond Dragon Bolts E have bought up as well. We're going to turn around and sell those. I think it was the first item we listed. So we're going to take, oh, these are from yesterday actually, which I had some decent flips here yesterday, but let's go ahead and list the Diamond Dragon Bolts E for 1,155 and see how they do. Thank you guys for tuning in today. How do you like the new soundtrack so far? Is it better? Is it worse? Let me know. Hopefully this one doesn't get striked as the previous one would sometimes, even though it was free to use on stream. So I don't really know why that was happening. But anyway. Cactus margin change. Oh yeah, we have to go ahead and take a look at that. Thank you, Brendan, for the insight on that. And World of RS, I see you just came in. Give me 1 minute here, and let me check the margin on this. And then we're going to go ahead and get to your question, man. 15.5 or 14.51, 14.52 is what we're going in for. And we have about 10.450. Okay. Got that listed. World of RS, thank you for stopping by. He says, it's 2 past midnight for me. The question is, are you happy about Twisted League? If so, what items do you think influence it in terms of having a dip? For me, the margins are crazy. My margins are also crazy, but as always, I am out of tune for the RuneScape news. I did see the article though, but I haven't got around to reading it yet. So, I would definitely want to do that. Now, if someone could give me a little bit of a recap or maybe a little bit of a summary on what the Twisted League is, I would really be interested in knowing. There could be some potential to make some bank here, and we could speculate here on stream about what items are going to go up and down due to the update. Now, I also need to know if this update was already implemented, because if it was, that would make sense that the margins are a little bit crazy. Anyway, we're going to sell these anglerfish for 18,069 and see if we can actually get it off for that. I think we're going to struggle, but we're not going to struggle at all. That's awesome. But World of RS, appreciate you coming in, even though it is very late your time. Now, these amulets of torture, really having a tough time on these. We're going to sell these for 15,385, maybe 15,385,995. List that, let it do its thing. We're taking about a 10k decrease on that margin at this point, so a little bit unfortunate to see that, but hey, sometimes you have to sell it for lower to get that item off, so we need to keep that in mind. Grimy Renarweed, we've only bought 10 so far. We have to keep a close eye on that. The margin may have moved upwards. Basically, hardcore Ironman restricted to core end. That is very, very interesting. Flipping the Max, good to see you as well. He comes in with a big hello, as he always does. Always cheers me up a little bit. Be sure to like the stream, man, before you head on out, if that's what you're in here doing. But I know you're going to stick around for a while anyway. Anyway, basically, hardcore Ironman restricted to core end. That's really interesting, because I know Jagex has been trying to push like core end, because that's like complete original old school RuneScape content and could be used as a complete old school like starting zone, right? So that's really interesting to see that they're doing that. As far as margins go, because of that, I'm not really sure, but what will happen in the short term here with margins, which is actually really beneficial for flippers. So if you're not flipping right now, I highly recommend you log on and start flipping, is that as this update is new and people are trying out the hardcore Ironman stuff, well, guess what? Hardcore Ironman, they can't trade, right? So if everyone's trying this stuff out on core end, then guess what? Less people are in-game doing real stuff, right? So less people are trading. That is a very, very good sign for flippers, because the less people are trading, the bigger the margins get. So that means you can capitalize on items here in the short term. So I would only expect this to last, you know, a day or two until people come back and start playing the real game again. So you might think like, well, then if more people are playing this hardcore Iron Man mode, then less people are, there's less demand, right? That's true, but that actually makes price or margins bigger for you, and it's just going to take a little bit longer to sell stuff probably, but you likely won't notice a difference, so you're going to get big profits. The league will last 2 months, they said. Yeah, right, World of RS, but some people are going to try it out in the beginning, and then they're going to leave, right? So some people will like the league, and they'll try it out, but then, leave after a day or two because, they rather play the regular game. 900 people on each world. Wow. Would rune knives be good for low money? Brendan Forrester, great question. Yes, they would be. I actually flipped these in my first ever video. I flipped the rune knives. And yes, they are quite a good flip. I would highly recommend them. And I remember getting pretty good margins on them. The only downside is I believe the limit is 7K every 4 hours. So just keep that in mind. Now, speaking of dragon stuff, or not dragon stuff, knives, we're actually going to try the dragon knives here next, and maybe take a look at some dragon throne axes as well. Did you hear about the crossbow dip? I did. It was 11.7 and suddenly dropped 1 mil so fast. I did get some good flips out of that. Yeah, I did see that you mentioned that in the Discord group. By the way, guys, if you want access to the Discord group, link is in the description below. An amazing resource for flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So check that out if you are interested. Jordy says it will be dead content after like 3 weeks. Yeah, exactly, man. But anyway, as far as the crossbow goes, I'm not surprised to see a dip like that. People are trying to find that bottom price there, right? Because the crossbow has been going down and down in price. And we're going to see new lows on that for sure. It'll probably happen again. I believe next time it goes down to 10 mil, it will likely stay there, I would have to guess. Which is unfortunate. The crossbow is one of the best items I've ever flipped, and back when it was like 30-40 mil, I would flip them for like 200k margins. It was insane. Do you think crossbow will go below 10 mil? Probably. I mean, there's no reason to think the crossbow will not go beneath 10 mil because it's been on a downward spiral for ever since release, really, which tends to happen to a lot of niche PVM items. If you guys have not noticed that, a lot of niche PVM items will go down and down in price. Besides ones that have extreme value, like the scythe even has gone down in value a fair bit, and yeah. 80 GP? Yeah, I would say that 80 GP is a big margin on the rune knives. I would say something more like 20 GP is realistic, so it's not that commonly flipped. And we're going to have to check these grimy Renar weeds here because it's not working out too well. Smokey X818 says, I'm new here. Can you explain how flipping works if you don't mind? Of course, man. That's what we're here to do, is teach you guys how to flip. Even if you're a beginner or an expert flipper, I've got tips for you. So, Smokey, listen up here. I'm going to show you how flipping works very, very simply here. I've done this on a couple live streams before, so don't worry about it. Super, super easy. JD, good to see you as well. Anyway, this is how you perform a flip in old school RuneScape and how flipping works. We're going to use blood runes as an example. Now, flipping is basically, you're just basically providing a convenience to players for GP. So for example, we're going to go ahead here and buy a blood rune, right? So we're going to buy 1 blood rune for maximum price. So we're going to crank up the price on 1 blood rune and buy it. There we go. Now you can see that we bought the blood rune for 294 GP each. So we're going to go ahead and collect that blood rune, and right away we're going to turn around and sell this blood rune, right? And we're going to sell it for as low as we possibly can. So we're going to turn around and sell that, and as we can see, it sold for 291 GP. Now, you might say, Sira, why did you do that? You just lost 3 GP. Well, what we were doing is performing a margin check. Now, because of that, we can see that blood runes, we can buy them for 291 and sell them for 294, because at its high price, we could buy them for 294, and at its at its high price, we can sell them for 294, and at its low price, we can buy them for 291. So for every blood rune that we get, we can sell it for a 3 GP profit. So as an example, we're going to go ahead and buy 9,996 blood runes. Now, because of that, we can make a ton of money on the blood runes, because for each blood rune we have, we're going to profit 3 GP. So we're going to go ahead and list all those blood runes for 291 GP. And of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to buy up, but once we have them all, we'll turn around and sell them for 294 GP each, netting us 3 GP per blood rune, which is where the profits come from. So, of course, Smokey, if you want to stay around and see this flip go through, I would highly recommend it. Otherwise, that's how flipping works, basically. And you're basically buying items for cheap and selling them for a higher price. And you make money because you're buying them for a lower price than you're selling them for. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and flip the mana rays because they all just came in. So we're going to turn around and try to sell them for 1,493. Guys, I actually would not recommend trying to flip mana rays anymore because they are getting really high priced, man. So they're definitely going to crash soon. It's just a matter of time. Smokey says dope, easy, and yeah, we're watching you, and yeah, I'm watching. Oh, thank you. Okay, perfect. I thought you were saying like YouTube. I had a little dyslexia there. Anyway, we got all the blood runes already, so we bought them all for 291 GP. We're going to turn around and sell it for 294 GP, as that is the price we checked it for, right? So bought them for 291 and sold them for 294. So we're going to wait and sit back, and we'll see the profits we get on those. Hopefully it doesn't fail. I tend to find that blood runes are quite a safe flip, so they should not fail on us, but there's always that chance. Jordy is probably a, I don't know what that word is, hype, I think. Did you forget it's coming soon? Missed my question for DH weapons. Sorry about that. I'll get into that World of RS. I was super motivated on showing Smokey how to flip here. So, Smokey, by the way, join us in our Discord group, link in the description below. We can give you coaching and tips on how to flip in there, during all hours of the day and not just when I'm streaming. And we have literally a whole community of people in there, 600 people who are dedicated to flipping in old school RuneScape and helping noobs. Just ask questions and we'll help you out. Anyway, World of RS says, right now it seems to me the Dragon Hunter crossbow and Dragon Hunter lance have regulated in price. They seem stable right now. You think any price movement will be happening soon? 92 mil lance, 100 mil Dragon Hunter crossbow right now. It's interesting that a video came out saying the lance was actually better at Vorkath than the crossbow, and now that happened, the Dragon Hunter crossbow is still above it in price. So I don't know. I can't really say if a price movement will be happening soon. I'm surprised that these two items have held such an insane value, and I think that they hold such a high price because they're not like high-end exclusive PVM items, right? It's a pretty, like, if you save up your money and you're a medium level player and you kill dragons a lot, you can afford that item and you can use it to fight a lot more dragons, which can make you a lot more gold. So I think these items are so valuable for money making that they've held this insane value since they've come out. I mean, it's basically the only raids item that, or at least the Dragon Hunter Crossbow 1 is the only raids item that has really held its value like substantially, besides the Twisted Bow. And well, I guess everything is held okay. That's not correct, right? But all the raids items hold their value pretty well. But the crossbow and the lance don't fluctuate too much outside of like a 10 mil up and down throughout the year from what I've seen at least. So. Did the internet cut out? Are we back? Are we live? Let me know. Are we all on, guys? Sorry about that. We ran into a little hiccup here on the internet, I guess. So just confirm with me when you guys can hear, and let me know. All fine. Okay, yes, all good right now. Fantastic. Yeetnatic says, hey, how are the flips going? They're going freaking fantastic, man. And Smokey, we finished up your flip here, man. Looks like we sold them all off for 294 GP each. So as you can see, because we did that, we made 30k from flipping the blood runes because we bought them all for 291, which totaled to 2.908 million. and then we sold them all for 2.938 million, which is a 30k profit on those. So that's how you make money flipping. It's really simple. People are intimidated by it, and I'm not entirely sure why. So anyway, we're going to cut back on the cactus spine because there's been a lot of competition for them, it seems. And we're going to go ahead and list them for 1450. I don't want to keep competing with them, so. Bunka I says, hello, good evening. What's your average GP per hour? Great question. If I am on stream, the profit per hour tends to be a little bit less because I get distracted talking to you guys. Some people, flip against me, like they see the margins I'm listing for and they try to flip against me. But if I'm flipping by myself, hold on one sec. Let me get this listed at the correct price. But if I am flipping by myself and not streaming, let's see, 18,780 I think is fine. If I'm flipping by myself, just an average flip session alone, I think I make maybe about, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 mil an hour at this point. Sometimes I get 4 mil an hour. It really depends on the day and the margins. Like, it can vary a lot. Sometimes I want to be a little bit safer, and sometimes I'll risk it a bit more and flip higher items. But I would say on average, it's probably about, I would say 3 mil an hour is about right. How would you overnight flip with 10 to 15 mil? Brendan, great question. And Smokey, we'll get into your question here in a minute. But, so how would you overnight flip with 10 to 15 mil? I would say some of the best overnight flips, which you're not going to be too successful with that much capital, but you could go ahead and look at items like, use GE Tracker and look at items like cannonballs, steel bars. I would say dragon arrows would be another good one. Dissolver scales maybe, and just see where the prices bounce around during a week. And look at the week and maybe look at the month and see its low prices. When you have that much money, I would recommend just listing a couple GP under its low price and waiting to try to buy it there. I have a whole video on overnight flipping that can be, scaled to any cash stack. So I'd recommend trying to look at that first. And if you need more coaching on overnight flipping, I would highly recommend checking out the Discord link in the description below and just messaging me privately, and we can talk about overnight flips, or you can ask other people in there for their overnight flipping opinions. But it is definitely one of the harder things to achieve, especially with a lower cash tag. Once you have a little bit more capital, you can tend to make good money with overnight flipping. Smokey says, how about whips? You think it's a good flip? It's okay, but if you have a lot of money, then whips are good. But if you don't have at least, like, I would say 150 mil, then I would probably stay away from whips. I flipped 3 Kodais today for 2.7 mil profit, bought 86 mil, sold 87. I look at the graph right now, 2 sold for 92 mil. I really hope it's a fake indicator. Do you guys think the league is affecting price already? I don't know why the league would affect price of the Kodai wand, right? Because the hardcore Iron Man can't use the GE. So I don't know why it would affect the price. But anyway, air orbs can also be good. Yes, we're going to do air orbs right here in a second, but let's go ahead and check the Diamond Dragon Bolts E and see what we can get for them. Diamond Dragon Bolts E, let's see the price on those. 150, a little bit less than I was hoping to make per Diamond Dragon Bolt, but we'll take it. And we're going to actually just dump these Grimy Renard weeds. It's not really enough there to make a big difference. How do you guys like the new soundtrack, by the way? Let me know in the live chat. We've got new music going on today. If you have not noticed the different songs in the background here, I think it should be similar to what we had before. Let me know if you like it more or less. Thought we needed to finally change that up a little bit. Anyway, we're still having trouble here with the Amulets of Torture, so we're going to knock it down to 15,380. We've actually held these since the beginning, so I kind of really want to get them off here. Had to refresh, it froze. Sorry about that. It should be a pretty stable connection. I have 0 drop frames on my end, so I actually don't think it's a me problem this time. It could be YouTube itself or something else along those lines. Sorry if you're running into difficulties here. Haven't you already done Diamond Dragon? Yes, we've done the Diamond Dragon. We want to sell them. We're not buying them. Have you checked your scales and ether yet? Haven't checked Dissolver scales. We'll do that here. We do have 212 mil to work with, so I want to try to put that to as best of use as I can. And we're going to knock this down. See the margin on that? Not really worth it. We're gonna stay away from Revenant Ether as well. 212 mil. What can we crank with that? I'm thinking we can try and do... League would affect everything because only experienced players flip, and most of them are now in the new game mode, leaving the newbies like me to flip for a bit. That's funny. Yeah, let's try it then. We'll try the Abyssal Daggers, and thank you for the recommendation there, Casey. Now, I don't tend to do Abyssal Daggers very often at all, but we do have 212 mil to throw around, so we'll give it a try here. Decent margin on those. Looks like maybe 30k per, so we're going to go ahead and flip a few of those here. But guys, I didn't get any comments on the new money-making series or that I was going to bring to the channel. So if you guys have any input on that, let me know. If you didn't hear it and you're just tuning in more recently here, then the new series is me basically putting together my week of flipping and money making in old school RuneScape and bringing it to you guys in a little compilation where I do some live commentary and some post commentary about how I've made money during the week and my successful flips, maybe even some failures in there as well, and we can look at, you know, weekly how much I would be making. Sometimes you can wipe off the poison and earn more. I have heard of that strategy, Casey. I don't like doing it though because you technically would be removing value from the item and then somehow getting lucky and selling it off for more, so it doesn't really make sense to me, so I tend to stay away from it. How do you find the lava dragon scales, dude? Ooh, Jordy. Have never done those before, actually. I mean, I have, but not in a long time. That could be a new item for the list. I have to check and see how these are. I haven't done them in such a long time that I don't even remember. And the limit looks like it's 11k every 4 hours, so it must be pretty good. Oh my, that's a margin and a half. We're going to take a look here and see if we can actually get that bought and sold, but I doubt it. Missed my cement question. Where's the question? I don't see it. Oh, do you think it's League affecting price already? No, I actually don't think it is. I just think it's, you know, random. The Kodai has done that a million times, right? Kodai drops to like 82 mil, and then it just makes its way up to 94, 98, 6, almost 100 mil, but never gets there, and then always goes back down. So it just has funky price movements. I think it's because Mage is not like typically a PVM activity. I mean, it can be. You can do activities that are, you know, PVM with Mage, but you're not really, you usually take Mage going, you know, PKing, right? So I would say the Kodai one probably doesn't have a ton of use, but it being the most powerful Mage, you know, wand in the game, then yeah, it's going to keep a lot of value. I think it just fluctuates a lot. Oh, sorry, I missed that, World of RS. How lucky do you think Cement Mixer got with his 127 mil Dragon Hunter crossbow flip? Oh, anyway, touching more on that. I mean, it's definitely a lot, I would say a lot of luck behind it. I don't know why, Ice-T, you don't think it is luck. It was definitely, it's a little bit of luck and good timing and skill, right? So there's definitely, I could have bought 20 to 30 Dragon Hunter crossbow. Yeah, of course. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. So if you look back on it, you're like, oh, I could have done that. But if I didn't buy battle staffs, what are the battle staffs at right now? I'm actually curious. Let's go ahead and take a look, and then we're gonna try to move this 180 mil we have because there's just not a lot. Oh, why are they so low? I don't really understand why they're so low still. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try and flip some air orbs because I know those air orbs are going up a lot in price. That's probably why the battle staffs are so cheap, is because I would think they'd move up together in price, but I guess they're inverse in price. So that's really interesting to know. When air orbs are low, battle staffs are going to be high and vice versa. I wonder if that is true historically. We're going to have to take a look off stream and see if that's the case. Maybe I'll post something on Discord about it. Join us, link in the description below if you're interested about it. Dragon Hunter crossbow below 100 mil. I think I'll buy some if it goes lower. I would agree it's probably a pretty good deal under 100 mil. And the lance is pretty high priced. I bet you can flip the lance a few times and get a couple good profits on those as well. And we're gonna check the lava scale again because it definitely moved a little bit in price here, and of course it did, so we're going to go back in on that. Looks like we have someone competing with us here today on some of these flips, so we'll just have to keep in mind that that is the case and keep a close eye on it. That's a dang high. Last I saw them was at 1.6k when I last flipped the orbs. Yeah, it is really, really high price. If battle staffs don't go to 8k by the end of the month, then I'm probably going to sell for lower. The thing is, like, they're definitely going to go up, but you might have to wait, right? And this is like one of the lowest we've ever seen battle staffs. They've really been in the tanker here, and I don't really know why. It could be because air orb bots being banned. I would be the guess. I mean, this is crazy high air orb price, right? So I'm not really too sure about that. We'll have to keep a close eye on the air orbs, but when those go down, those battle staffs, they're bulling upwards. So, like, it's going to be a fierce movement, and I'm excited to see that happen. I mean, it's going to be, like, if you guys hold out on those battle staffs, it could be a lot of profit to be had. So, I know it stinks having a lot of your capital locked up, but hey, keep in mind this is one of the safest items. Yeah, the lack of air orb spots. I meant air orb spots being banned. Air orbs can't stay that higher for much lower, 1.9k. Dude, these air orbs will crash super hard. And when they crash super hard, those battle staffs are going to inversely go up. I'm pretty sure they're inversely correlated, so we'll have to take a look. I make 200k air orbs myself. LOL. Oh, Ice-T, you're funny. Gonna be a lot of manual clicking if that's the case. Where you can just sit back, kick back in the GE, and make bank otherwise. Anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Please leave a like if you are. It really does help me out a lot. Thank you, Jordy, for the membership. It's really sick. And yeah, if you guys are interested in learning how to flip and get some more flipping tips, join us on Discord. Link in the description below. It's an amazing place to learn how to flip with your cash stack and things like that. And of course, these live streams correlate with the Discord very, very strongly. I'd love to help you out in any way I can. I'm not even kidding. You join that Discord group and you message me privately trying to learn how to flip, I'll help you out. There's also a lot of great members in there that can help you out as well, so please tune in and check it out. 600 plus members in the Discord, by the way. Or air orb bot owners learn how the market works and they know if they hold off big profit. True, that could be it. I think someone's holding a big chunk of them. That could be it as well. Definitely good to see you, Mr. Gaming. Thank you for tuning in, man. Hopefully you leaved a like. You've been in here a lot recently, so shout out to you, man. I think battle staffs will stay that price because with the release of the Bounty Hunter update, along with Bounty Hunter bots being monitored all the time and massively banned, air orb bots are close by too, so they monitor them. That is a very good idea. Or speculation. Let me put it that way. It's a great speculation, man. I guarantee that's true because they're right next to each other, and I think a lot of the botting in RuneScape, honestly, is manually banned. I think a lot of it is manually banned. It's really easy to see where bots are, and considering that Jagex has not been able to defeat bots for like basically the entirety of RuneScape. Okay, we're actually gonna just sell these lava scales. Maybe no. I can't decide. Let's take a look here. 2721. The margin is definitely a little bit competitive on those. We're gonna keep going back in on it though. Try to get as many as we can. Anyway, it definitely could be someone holding a big chunk of those air orbs. But regardless, let's go ahead and try to flip with this 175 mil we have. Let's try this. Let's try the Dragon Hunter Lance. Woo! Should be a fun item to try out. Could get some crazy margins on it. Could also get burned really bad. So let's take a look, see if we can make any good money on it. Wow, huge margin on it. Just lost a ton of money on the margin check. Should have used GE Tracker, but you know what? I'm greedy and I did not want to. So usually I don't use GE Tracker on stream, although off stream I will say I do use it quite a fair bit. So definitely check that out if you want that to, I don't know, if you want a really good flipping resource that shows you graphs of items and you can get the most accurate readings, accurate listings in old school RuneScape, check them out. Not even sponsored, by the way, just a free sponsor right there. But of course, what are you guys flipping in old school RuneScape these days? Would love to know. Do you guys feel like these streams are too long? Are they too short? Is that a lot of flipping content for you to take in one session? That's why we have the Discord, link in the description below. Check it out. I always feel like I spam about the Discord in here, so we'll stay away from that for a minute. Anyway, the Bandos chest plates finally sold. It wasn't as good of a flip as I thought it was going to be, just because it took so long, but we still made about, sorry I didn't see the buy price on that, 56.27, 56.39, so, or 3.8, so yeah, we made a fair bit on those, about 50k, not really that great. World of RS says, I'm going to bed, good night, Sierra and all. We'll post overnight flips tomorrow if I get lucky. Good luck on that, World of RS. Would love to see what you're flipping overnight. Definitely always looking for more overnight items because the profits can just be so large. Now, speaking of the air orb prices being so high, I wanted to show you guys something real quick as well. Now, I'm going to take a look at the green dragon hide leather, and it's extreme. Oh, well, it's not as high priced as it was before. Oh, yeah, it is. So, 1,729. This is an insanely high price. Like, insanely high. They're usually only 1,600 GP each. So, I would strongly guess that this is something to do with bots getting taken out of the game. You know, the air orb price is reflecting it. Green dragon leather is reflecting it. These are commonly botted items, so I'd highly recommend. I would actually recommend going to green dragons if you're a lower level player and you need a moneymaker, because they're going to be more profitable. You're getting 100 GP, almost to 150 GP more per green dragon hide, so very, very nice. I'll buy air orbs if they go down. No air orb making is AFK. It's pretty AFK, but it is in the wilderness, and you can get taken down, but it's not very common. Food being higher is also an indicator. Great point, Casey Andrews. Maybe we can make a video on this talking about it. Getting there takes a while. That's true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Mr. Gaming coming in with a comment here. He says, there, one more thing, why stuff dropping? They have banned the 2 biggest real world trading websites, so people are selling as they are closing them down, I guess. Well, if people were selling more than they were buying, then the price would be going down. So I honestly think this is more of a supply issue, right? Not enough supplies coming into the game, presumably from bots. I mean, these are commonly botted items. Jagex is doing something on their front. They stopped the real world trading sites. It's a great point, which also means they're probably on a botting initiative as well. Would not be surprised to see that. Probably going to get an announcement on that in the upcoming streams from Jagex, if I had to guess. So let's go ahead. Got 152 mil to work with, so let's go ahead and try to use that. We'll try to do some higher margin flips here at the end. Get these primordial boots going and see if we can make any money on them. Didn't see the margin there. Great margin on the primordials. We're going to go ahead and flip a few of those, maybe about 70k each. Would be happy to get a few of these going here. And we'll just leave those there for now. 63 mil to work with. We'll do, trying to think of a good item we can work with 63 mil. I want to do something that's more high quantity, to be quite honest, but I just can't make up my mind on it. 63 mil is kind of a lot of money to use on a high quantity flip. Let's try going and flipping some more of that grimy Renar again. We weren't able to succeed on it before, so we'll have to compete and see if we can get this going again. 7 margin on cannonballs. Is that too big? I actually don't. I would normally say that is kind of big. It might be a bad indicator, but considering that a lot of bots are getting banned, no. I would say go in for that. That could be a good margin for you and actually work out. So we were able to buy those primordials really fast. Makes me a little bit nervous. 29679 is what we'll sell for. 29679 995. List that, let it do its thing. Hopefully that does sell. I'm getting a little bit nervous with our high margin stuff here, guys, to be quite honest. So we need to keep a closer eye on it and see if we can get this Dragon Hunter Lance knocked up a little bit, and hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 going here. I want to make sure we can get at least 1 here on the stream, so we're going to knock it up a bit. Lance now. I know. We need to get this dang Lance. Rune Ore has been good. You could try that. Not a big fan of Rune Ore, to be honest. It was pretty good last time we did it, Casey, but I don't think I'm going to do it today. Ever considered doing clues? Oh, there we go. We got one, boys. Let's go ahead and turn around and sell this. See if we can get it off real quick. We don't want to hold this thing for too long. It's quite volatile. 92.4 8.2 is what we'll sell for. So this is basically to make up for the margin check. We have to flip another one to actually make profits. So we're going to have to go back in on it regardless. But as far as clues go on stream, I'm not really a big clue guy. We're probably going to start doing Vorkath more on stream. You'll definitely see Vorkath clips in the video series we're coming out with. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I mean, we need to get a pet in old school RuneScape, right? And I think Vorkath is the most realistic one. Oh, look at that, boys. Great margin on that. Lance, baby. Gonna keep going here and try to flip another one just because the profits are gonna be so nice on that. So we're gonna try to capitalize when we can. Primordial Boots working out as well. So much bank coming in at the end of the stream here. Love to see it. Gonna learn any other bosses. Only if the difficulty's not too hard. It's already, like, I know that I'm not a great RuneScape player. I know. I'm not that great at PvM. Scortizo I can do, Mole I can do, but like they're just not as profitable, right? And I'm trying to build my cash stack, trying to get to that 1% in RuneScape, right? So maybe we'll try other ones, but it's probably gonna be a lot of Vorkath on stream, or maybe Zulrah even, but Zulrah is quite difficult for me. So we'll see what we can do there. Maybe some other PvM in general, like Demonic Gorillas we could go do. Try to get a Zenite drop would be quite nice. And because I can, like, Demonic Gorillas are like the peak of my RuneScape skill. Like, I can't really do much more than that. I guess Vorkath too, but Vorkath is like literally easier than killing a Demonic Gorilla. So not entirely sure. Oh, looks like our mix stopped playing. So let's start that up again. How was the new music, guys? Is it better? Is it worse? You gotta let me know, honestly, because I'm trying to find good beats for the stream. And here's just a list I threw together of some songs that I think I can use, and it should sound alright. It should sound pretty similar to what we had in the past. But anyway, we haven't been able to get another D-Lance yet. We'll actually knock it up a tiny bit and see if we can compete on that. The thing is, I normally would just wait and let this Lance buy out, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little antsy on stream. What's easier, Vorkath or Rune Dragons? Probably Rune Dragons, because you can kind of look away for a while and survive. Oh, I totally forgot we could do Rune Dragons as well, so we could do that. It's a bit hard for me to hear. I assume it's the music in the background. Let me know if that is better. I'm trying to adjust it. That should be... Let me know if that's good. Let me know if that's good right there. Armadillo Helm, also a great flip. I don't want the problem is I don't want the music in the background to be too loud, so just let me know if that's okay. Primordial Boots, got those right there. Boom, sold that pretty easily. Gonna go ahead and get a few more of them. Hopefully the audio sounds better this time around, but maybe learn some Bandos. I can do Bandos too. The problem is we can definitely go to Bandos for sure. The problem is if we go to Bandos, we can't flip, right? So Vorkath is nice because we can constantly bang, we can constantly go back and forth. Rune Dragons would be nice because we can constantly bang, constantly go back and forth. We need GE access as much as possible. And of course, I know we could make an alt and flip on the alt. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know. I for some reason, I don't like doing that. So if we're going to do streams where we go Bandos or something like that, we're going to, that's going to be a Bandos stream, you know, but we can balance Vorkath with flipping, which is what I would like to do. You could have a flipping ult. I know, I could do a flipping ult. The problem is, sometimes I don't justify buying a bond for both my main and my flipping ult if I'm not going to be playing that much in 1 week, because it's kind of a lot of money. And I don't like playing, when I'm streaming, I'm not playing 2 accounts. It's really difficult for me to do. I don't have 2 monitors, I only have 1. So you guys can't really see it, but I have my music player, my YouTube background here, which is like, you know, I can see the viewers on the channel and things like that. My OBS running and my chat. And literally every inch of my screen is taken up. Like, I wish I could, you know, put more on my screen, but I can't. So maybe I'll try to get a new monitor here in the future, try to buy one, but it probably won't be until like around the Christmas time frame. But thank you guys for the suggestions. Really do appreciate that. It's a lot more work. That exactly, and I like talking with you guys and talking about the flips basically for the most part, and just being really detailed about things. Okay, the lance we're having a little bit of trouble with here. We're gonna knock it up. 92 150K. See if we can get one. Thank you guys for tuning in today, though. 11 of you still in here, so thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. On top of it all, we have a Discord group, link in the description below. Literally an amazing place to learn how to flip with your cash stack. Any amount of cash, gonna be a great place to learn. Like, legitimately, we've had so many success stories coming out of that Discord group. People message me all the time saying, Syratube, you've helped me out so much. So I highly recommend checking it out if you're not already there. Alex Boss says, Dr. Foxy here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in today, and welcome to the stream, man. Leave a like if you're enjoying it. And yeah, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, let me know. Jordy says, maybe set up some flips like an overnight flip while doing God Wars Dungeon. I think like Dragonhide or similar, something you can set up in the start and just leave until the end, and you know you will profit later. We could definitely do that. But yeah, we could do that on the side, and then we can talk about it at the end to show you, you know, how much I made from the flips during PVM and things like that, right? So yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. 35 mil, probably not going to work with that. We do have only 3 minutes here left in the stream, guys, so thank you for tuning in, though. We're going to be wrapping up. Actually, we better start wrapping up some of these flips. We weren't able to succeed on the Dragon Hunter Lance. I mean, we were able to flip one successfully, but technically we still lost money on it, right? Because we only flipped one, so the margin check cost actually made us lose money, which really stinks. But either way, it's not the end of the world, right? You know, we went into it, you know, trying to get 2 of them done, but we didn't lose any money. We actually did lose money, but it was only about 10K. So in my opinion, totally worth it to try and do that. So when are we raiding Sierra? Let's raid on this weekend. Let's raid this weekend because I'll actually have a lot of time to go raiding. So yeah, let's raid. We can carry you. That sounds great. And I'll watch a raids guide again. Although not all the information is going to absorb. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go raiding this weekend. Probably not going to do it on stream though. Not going to lie. So maybe we'll do a stream and then we'll go raiding afterwards, or we'll do just raiding on a day I'm not streaming. 1894 is what we're going to sell these air orbs for, and they actually probably will sell because that's crazy. They're almost hitting 1.9k each. That's insane. Boxes over prices defeats the point of showing how much you can make in the items. Oh, Casey said, Sierra, what about putting some boxes up over prices when you flip so people can't steal it? Yeah, I could do that, but I'm just like not about that. Like, you know, I make enough flipping off stream, don't get me wrong. So when I'm flipping on stream, like if I, you know, lose on a flip or something like that, or don't make as much profit as possible, or have to compete a lot on flips, 7908 is what we're gonna sell these for. Then like, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, these are just these streams are basically to teach you guys how to flip with your cash stack, give you guys a chance to talk with me about what you should be flipping with your cash stack, and just showcasing some items that are really good flips. And it's never, like, of course it's about making profit, but the number one thing is teaching you guys how to flip and make profit on your own, because you can take my tips and use them and learn how to flip from me, and then no one has to compete with you on your flips, which is, hey, that's what you want. That's what I'm here for, teaching you guys the strategies to make millions in old school RuneScape. What was this going for? 6985, I believe is what we're gonna go for. 6985, yeah. Okay. I just looked at it too. That happens when you're a flipper. You get memory loss, I guess. Let's see. You meant to say you're doing a Discord raids. Please join Discord when we are doing the raid. Hold on. I can send you a lot of info I have on rating on the other PVM Discord server if you want. That would be great. I need that as well, for sure. You can reveal the price after you finish the flip, though. That's a good point, Casey. You know, it's like I said, it's just not really about making profit on the streams. Like it is, and I want to showcase to you guys how much you can make, and we often do. We've had some great flips today on some high quantity stuff. So not disappointing at all. Just the higher margin stuff is quite difficult to do on stream, so that's why I make videos for them. I'm off to bed. Cheers, man. It's 1 a.m. now. Haha. See you, Brendan. You probably already left, but thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you left a like for us, man. We can do 4+ man raid, Sierra. It sounds good. Alex Boss says, honestly, a couple months ago, you taught me how to, quote-unquote, fish. Not entirely sure what you meant by that, Alex, but maybe I forgot my own strategy there, so you'll have to remind me. I'll raid with you if you want. Of course, anyone's welcome to the raid. Doesn't matter. Flipping on 14 accounts with 18 mil free to play. Wow, that's actually a good idea, Mr. Gaming. No worries, bro. You're still here? Wow, thank you, man. Super dedicated to the streams. Mass raid. I mean, anyone in the Discord can come raiding with us. We're not going to keep it exclusive. Like, if anyone wants to go, let's go. Give a man a fish, feed him for the day. Teach a man to fish, or flip, so to speak. Oh, Alex, I get it, man. I get it. Well, Alex, let me see. What is your cash stack looking like right now? How much bank have you made off flipping? I'm so glad you learned from my tips and stuff like that. And thank you for coming back to say, you know, that I taught you how to flip and stuff like that. You're one of the many people we've helped here learn how to flip in old school RuneScape. So hopefully you're making millions now when before you were making single GPs. Oh, look at this. Holy moly. We got some fashionscape going on up in here. We can't take 0k seers. We won't finish the raid. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll discuss it later. Look at this fashionscape, boys. Trindaboss coming in with the nice fashionscape, dude. Whew, looking fresh, man. I need to change my skin color to white. I've had it on blue for like a long time, but I'd like to change it back at this point. Anyway, I'm up 300 mil. That's insane. I'm up almost 750 mil now. What the heck? You guys are freaking insane. Thank you for tuning into these tips, and hopefully it's you know, my tips are helpful for you guys. It's insane to see that some of you are profiting that much just from, you know, learning how to flip and things like that. So thank you, Dustin. Thank you, JD, for tuning into these streams, dedicating yourself to the flipping craft. It's really paid off for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Seriously, it helps me out a lot. If you want to play Minecraft with us, I know this is kind of random, but we have a Minecraft server. Join us on Discord to figure that out and get the IP address for that. But we'd really love to have you on there. We're looking for more members, so thank you if you join us on there. We'll give you a little surprise when you join. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Young HWC, a little bit late to this one. Sorry, man. And let's finish up with Alex's comment before. Well, started at 20 mil on 512. On 7.7, I was 200 mil. 9.7, I had 461 mil, and now I have like 980 mil. That is freaking insane, Alex. You're doing better than me, which means you've basically become a better flipper than me. So anyway, thank you for sharing that. It's really insane. Wow, that means you guys are making better profit than me. Oh, look at that. We got the frogs random too. We'll give the frog princess a smooch before we get out of here, because that's the only action I'm getting, let's be honest. The only thing that makes my life worth living right here, boys. Look at that. Now it's a beautiful princess, and we got the frog token. Look at that. Anyway, guys, kind of a random to have at the end of the stream, but leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. No way. He got one too? Wait, hold the... What? Wait, what? How did he get one? Dude, what are the chances? Are you serious? What the heck? Dude, that's actually crazy. Dude, don't kiss my girl, bro. Don't kiss my girl, bro. Don't kiss my girl, bro. Wait, why is it a different one? Why is it? It's not the right one. Anyway, mine didn't even turn into the princess. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in today, and I'll see you all next time.